can I ask you?
Okay, what's the thing?
So, I don't know. I get the feeling this is something that people would think I'm wrong about.
Uh-huh. Always a good start.
Uh-huh. So I want to know what you think. We've
Okay.
talked a lot about food crimes.
Yes. Not on this podcast.
Not on this podcast, but personally. How do you feel about the idea of a peanut butter sandwich on sourdough bread?
Fine. It's
Okay,
sourdough bread.
Okay, this section is going to be a lot less funny than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, sourdough bread is just better bread.
You know what?
That's
yeah.
You're just putting your peanut butter on better bread.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to Late to School. I'm Lorena.
And I'm Zach.
And
it's the Sailor Moon Watchcast. You usually say that, and you didn't this time.
Thank you for helping.
You're welcome.
Today, on this
It just
podcast,
felt incomplete.
That's fair. I'm trying my best not to be a jerk.
Am I failing?
No,
that attempt?
No, you were just trying to be helpful, and I'm trying not to be a jerk about it. Okay, so before we get into it,
yes,
there's a thing I need to tell you about Sailor Venus.
Okay.
That is never established in this show.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware. It might be in some episode in a later season that I haven't seen.
Uh-huh.
So, the Sailor V video game.
Yes.
Was developed by Artemis to help train Sailor V.
You set this up like I'm gonna explain a thing for you.
I did, yeah, because I am.
No, because I have about a dozen more questions than I previously had. How? My cat works at Nintendo.
My cat works at Nintendo, yeah.
Okay.
It's an arcade game, so it's probably Capcom or
also,
Namco.
It's also on the NES, though.
You're right. No, they also made
There's a home console version, or maybe
Nintendo.
it's on the Atari. I don't know. We don't really see the console.
The TurboGrafx 16, perhaps?
Yeah, it's on the Commodore 64.
Anyway, yeah. Artemis made a video game. That's only explained in the Sailor V manga.
To train how? To train how?
It's psychic, I think.
Oh!
She, or maybe it's just a video game and she gets good at it, and then she's a good crime fighter. Like in real life? Like how I play Fire Emblem, and I'm the world's best medieval general. Now.
We all know that playing Call of Duty turns your kids into soldiers. And playing Grand Theft Auto,
turns your children into criminals.
Into crimes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it turns them into something. I'm gonna say.
It does turn them into something. You know,
not criminals, but it's not a good game series to let your children play.
It gives them bad taste in video games.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to our video game podcast.
Smash Brothers.
Anyway, with that out of the way, our first episode this week is episode 37. Let's Become a Princess! Usagi's Bizarre Training.
Yep.
It was directed by Hiromi Matano, who I think is a new director?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a
heard that name before.
Yeah.
And written by Shigeru Yanagikawa.
Okay.
It first aired December 19th, 1992 in Japan, and October 25th, 1995 in English. The gap is getting real big.
It sure is, huh?
This is a winter episode. And it's airing in October.
Yeah. Interesting.
Also, this is a winter episode, and it's probably airing in, like, fucking March. I don't know.
Yeah, This is the last episode we're going to be recording in 2018.
Yeah, it is.
It's on at the day we're recording this. It is the 30th of December, 2018.
Fucking good riddance.
Good riddance.
2019's not going to be better, but
maybe
let's fucking destroy this year.
Yeah,
obliterate it.
Let's just fucking. Oh, what's this? It's the year 2018. It's on a little slice of paper. I'm folding it up, and it's in the toilet. It's in the toilet now. 2018 is dead.
I'm going to buy a whole shipment of 2018 calendars. And dump them in the same landfill where they dumped all the ET cartridges.
They cleared those out, so it's it's all empty.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate. You can just bury all of the 2018. We can forget this year. We can just erase this year.
So how this episode start?
How this episode start? So we see Usagi running to school.
Yeah. Usagi is late to school once again.
Yes, and we see something interesting.
Yeah, so she runs out of her house onto the street, and she's running to school very fast. Gotta get there. And she has toast in her mouth. Huzzah!
Pop the fucking champagne bottles, everybody.
We're here.
We got there.
We've arrived. It's Sailor Moon now.
It's Sailor Moon. Now the real Sailor Moon begins. Yeah. Toast.
I don't think there's much to talk about regarding the toast, but we're here.
It is toast, and she has it in her mouth. I do want to point out, I actually re-listened to a little bit of our first episode today.
Okay.
By sheer coincidence, we start talking about the toast thing, and you said it was in episode 47.
Yeah.
In that episode, but this is episode 37.
I think,
but it might be. Episode 47 has the specific shot that people reference.
Yeah, 47 has another toast mouth.
Because this is not our first toast mouth. It is just the first time Usagi has said toast mouth.
Right. Her dad did it first.
Yes.
Which fucking is traitor.
Usagi meets up with Naru on the way to school. And they sort of talk a bit, and Naru brings up the fact that they have so much homework.
They have a lot of homework.
And Usagi is like, what homework?
Which is a mood for me. I've definitely arrived at school and thought, I got it. I got all my shit. Didn't have any homework last night. I'm good. And then the teacher is like, okay, fucking pass me your essays that you wrote. And I'm like, didn't. Didn't do it.
Exactly. Yeah, same also. Except college instead of high school.
Right.
Yeah, Naru just sort of lists all the assignments they have. They have a home ec thing, like an embroidery thing they have to do. A something for Japanese class, she mentions.
Oh, does she mention Japanese class?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is interesting for a reason I'll get to in a little bit. But Usagi did none of it. Did none of the things.
And she starts to panic.
Yes. And then we see a fancy car.
A really fancy car. I couldn't tell if it was like a limo or like just like a Rolls Royce or something.
Yeah, it is it has a limo energy to it.
And a bunch of really fancy ladies, really fancy girls in sailor uniforms get out of the car and walk into the school.
But before that, though, there is a guy who comes out, like the chauffeur or something,
right, yeah,
who comes out and opens their door for them.
Right.
And Usagi, he's a man in like a suit with like some blonde hair. He's like a middle-aged man. It looks like. And Usagi does say, "What a cool-looking guy! Who is he?" And he's not. I'm gonna value judgment.
Cool. He's cool because he's white, and she's never seen a white person before.
An exotic-looking man. Or maybe she just likes suits.
Maybe. I mean,
that would make sense.
Yeah. She's just thinking about tuxedo mask.
Naru explains that they are from the Rose Mansion Princess Seminar. Which is a thing that's happening. She explains...
it's like a cotillion.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. Like, it's training you how how to be
a princess,
or akin to a princess.
It's
being taught by a woman named Countess Rose,
who is from England.
And
I don't know if that title's official. I don't know if in the year of our Lord 1992 England still had countesses.
Yeah, Also, given how those names tend to work, she would be the countess of a county called Rose.
Yeah, which I'd believe there was a county in England called Rose.
Sure. Well, surely it'd be some stupid bullshit like Roseshire, Roseshire.
Yeah, Roseshire.
Rosenborough. That one's Scottish.
No.
That one's Scottish. Apologies to Scotland. No apologies to England.
Okay,
fuck
fair.
But Usagi is very, very sort of intrigued by this concept, the concept of the princess seminar. And then we cut to class later. She's in English class. We can tell because her textbook just has the word English in big impact font letters on it. This is why it's weird to... Naru doesn't mention them having English homework, I don't think.
Right.
But they do have English homework. So that's just another bit of homework.
Maybe Naru forgot too.
Yeah. I mean, apparently she had a lot of homework.
Yeah.
So, once she forgot. School sucks.
School's bad.
And Miss Haruna is talking about the homework they have due. While Usagi is sort of just sleeping in her textbook. And she has a dream.
Yeah.
Where she is a princess, which she is, at like a ball.
Yeah.
And she's wearing like a long white dress. Not the dress.
No.
But
for some reason.
Yeah. Just, a dress.
Just a dress. And she is announced, and she comes into the ball.
She is announced as Princess Serenity.
Right. And Tuxedo Mask is there.
Everybody at the ball is like, she's so beautiful, so elegant, and so refined.
And Tuxedo Mask offers his hand, and they dance. And then Miss Haruna starts yelling at her. In the dream. It's talking about her homework and all that. And then Usagi, or Princess Serenity, just fucking shuts her down. Like, I am a princess, you will not talk to me that way.
She says, how dare you speak that way to a princess, is her exact line. And Miss Haruna immediately just starts... apologizing.
Groveling.
Kind of.
And then we cut back to the real world where Usagi is mumbling in her sleep at her desk.
Yes.
And Miss Haruna is standing watching her sleep, looking very upset.
Yes. And then she Miss Haruna just sort of yells at her to wake up, and Usagi slowly wakes up and still like groggily is like, how dare you speak to a princess like that? Which Miss Haruna does not seem to hear or comment on, at least, which is good. And Miss Haruna says, you seem to be babbling. Which is really, just a really funny way of phrasing that to me. Not just like talking in your sleep. You seem to be babbling. And then she yells at Usagi to go stand in the hall.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the hall.
Yeah.
Where Usagi is standing. And she says to herself that she needs to start taking her responsibilities as a princess more seriously. And Luna is here, by the way. And Luna's like, good! Yeah! Fucking finally!
Luna's just always here, you know?
Yeah. In our hearts. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. Luna's very excited that Usagi would say that. And then Usagi says, well, of course, silly! Otherwise, I'm not gonna get to dance with Tuxedo Mask at the ball. And Luna pratfalls.
Yeah. In a way that only a cat can.
In a way that only a cat can, because they got no bones.
I don't think that's true.
They got no bones.
I think
they're like an octopus.
Okay.
What, you think cats have bones?
I'm pretty sure cats have bones.
Okay. Okay. Sure. And then we cut to the Dark Kingdom, where we see it's Queen Beryl's throne room, and we see Kunzite and Endymion before her. Again, Endymion in his, like, armor.
Yeah.
He's always in this outfit in the Dark Kingdom.
In the Dark Kingdom, but he wears the tuxedo when he goes out.
Yeah, and the mask, and the hat, and everything.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Also, like, in the flashbacks, I just thought of this, actually. Mm-hmm. In the flashbacks, we always see Endymion in his, like, Endymion armor.
Right.
We never see him as Tuxedo Mask in the flashbacks.
No.
So, like, when did he become Tuxedo Mask?
Unclear.
That's intriguing to me. It might be something that never gets answered.
I'm not sure.
But Beryl demands Kunzite and Endymion team up to take down Sailor Moon and get the Silver Crystal. Mm-hmm. But Endymion is like, nah.
No. Can't.
Nah.
Couldn't team up with this loser.
He works alone.
Mm-hmm.
Is the thing. And Kunzite is like, cool. Didn't want to work with you anyway.
Uh-huh.
And now normally I feel like Beryl would have been just like, hey, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Do as I say.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's Endymion, I guess.
Yeah.
She's just like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Go for it. You do your own separate plans.
Uh-huh.
And Kunzite just explains that he already has a plan in motion.
Uh-huh. Heard that one before.
Yeah, uh-huh. I will say, it's a pretty good plan.
It's a weird plan, but we'll get into it.
We'll get into that. We do sort of just end this scene with Endymion and Kunzite just glaring side-eyeing at each other, which is really funny to me.
You think they fucked in the past?
No.
In the Earth Kingdom?
Nah.
You don't?
I don't.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, like, Zoisite was around.
Yeah, but Zoisite and Nephrite fucked.
That's fair. I don't feel like Kunzite would care about anyone while Zoisite was around.
Okay.
Besides Zoisite.
Okay, fair enough.
Even if he was not currently with Zoisite.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And then we cut to the arcade.
Yeah. Okay. So it's nighttime. It's nighttime at the arcade.
It's nighttime at the arcade.
And, I don't think Luna says it, but, Rabbit on the Moon.
She does say it, actually.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They go the whole back and forth, her and Johnny Young Bosch.
Uh-huh. And
Luna is sort of venting to her boss.
Yeah.
That Usagi's just hopeless. Mm-hmm. And then there seems to be some sort of malfunction.
There's, like, static on the screen?
Yeah.
Or the screen was always kind of staticky.
Yes.
But it, like, flickers or something?
Yeah. And we hear the voice of her boss get sort of nervous. Frazzled, yes. And then we see an image appear, which is of Artemis in front of a computer console, wearing a headset, and with some open cans of cat food next to him. And Luna, fucking duh. I knew this.
You didn't until now.
I did. Here's the problem I have with this scene.
You have a problem with it?
Oh, I have a problem with it. Which is that Luna didn't know.
Yeah, no, she didn't.
She says, you're the one that's been bossing me around this whole time. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is happening?
She didn't know. She's been getting bossed around from the, mission control.
She didn't know?
The mission control was Artemis.
She didn't know.
No, she didn't. I don't know why I genuinely don't know why this is so baffling to you.
Why didn't she know?
Because Artemis didn't
I don't know how much anybody knows at all about anything.
Artemis explains that it was too awkward, eventually, to tell her.
That's not my problem. I don't know how to convey. Because it feels so intuitive that this is so fucking weird that I don't know how to convey to you why it's weird.
I don't know. It didn't seem like a problem to me.
It's... Who did she think?
Some boss guy from the moon.
Who's on the moon?
I don't know.
Who's anyone? What is anyone doing? I don't know how much anybody knows.
Well, now you do.
I still don't.
You know a lot.
What does Artemis know?
Everything, apparently.
I fucking hate that cat. Okay. That's basically the end of that scene.
Uh-huh.
Like, who... Fucking... I don't... It has no real relevance to the episode itself. It's just kind of a weird reveal.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
We see the Rose mansion.
Yeah.
We see inside, we see Countess Rose.
Uh-huh.
I do want to point out, roses.
Yeah.
You know, she's Rose. It's Rose Mansion. She's Countess Rose.
Mm-hmm.
No relevance.
No?
No,
I mean, roses are just pretty, you know?
Yeah, no sort of symbolic relation to, the Rose-themed character on the show.
There is I didn't expect that, but it is weird. There's something else that's weird that isn't related to roses.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Huh, okay.
I think I know what you're thinking of, but I guess we'll get to that. We see it's a big fancy sort of parlor room, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A foyer?
Probably a foyer.
We've talked about foyers a lot on this show.
Foyer is a fun word to say.
Yeah.
And also a fun room to have, I think.
Yeah.
If you have a foyer, you know you've made it.
Yeah. Countess Rose is reading a poem by Francis Hynek.
Yeah.
I did write down the poem. I don't know if it's relevant.
Okay.
Should I read it?
Sure.
Okay.
How long is it?
It's not super long. I don't think this is the full poem.
Yeah, just read the poem.
As I sank deeply into the darkness, my beloved sent me a golden arrow. I confess I am perplexed by the sweet poison covering the arrowhead. I realize as I sit here that I am a prisoner of love. And that's all that we actually hear.
Think of a number of ways that's relevant, actually.
You know? Fair.
Tuxedo mask.
Tuxedo mask. Uh-huh. Roses are kind of arrow-like, also.
Yeah,
you know?
Or his are.
His are. But we see outside the window of the foyer, in a tree.
In a tree.
One Usagi Tsukino and also Luna.
They're just in that tree.
They're just
watching from a window.
Yep. They are spying,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Luna's not
into it.
Not really into it. And Usagi, as she's looking in through the window, screams.
Yeah.
And Luna's like, What is it? What's wrong? And Usagi says, they're eating cheesecake from Charmant. I want some. Mm-hmm. And Luna is upset.
Mm-hmm.
And disappointed. And then they fall.
They fall out of the tree.
They do fall out of the tree. They're fine. They're superheroes.
Yeah. And one of them is a cat.
One's a superhero, one's a cat. And they are sort of spotted by a butler.
Uh-huh.
I think it might be the same guy who opened the door earlier.
Yeah,
like, he's got the same sort of
he's also
poofy blonde hair.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, what you doing? And Usagi explains that she wants to join the seminar.
Mm-hmm.
But the butler says that you need an introduction from one of the members to join.
And Usagi holds up Luna.
And I wish I'd written down the exact line she says here, but she says something like, I have a recommendation from this upstanding noblewoman. And the butler is very accommodating to this line of thought, and says, we don't accept recommendations from felines.
Mm-hmm.
But Countess Rose is here, somehow.
Yeah, she has exited the building and is in the courtyard.
She has gone, in the space of everything that's happened, she has finished reading this poem, gone downstairs, and left the building.
Mm-hmm. And she says that Luna's recommendation is fine.
Yes, she says that it'd be nice to have such an imaginative girl in the group. But Countess Rose says that there's one condition, and Usagi is very nervous about that, and says if it's the tea ceremony or arranging flowers or cooking or sewing or cleaning, wearing a kimono, also studying, I'm bad at all of those. And Countess Rose says a fantastic line, which is, "Oh, how wonderful to be so unskilled." Which is... but it's none of those.
It's none of those,
Don't worry about it. It's Frisbee.
It's Frisbee.
You see...
It's Frisbee!
Usagi is like, what? And the butler hands her a Frisbee. And explains that... He explains, for whatever reason, like he says that, the Countess really loves Frisbee. And you have to be good at Frisbee to get into the princess seminar.
Can you imagine loving Frisbee?
I thought that sentence was gonna go somewhere, but no, like you ended it at the right point. Can you imagine loving Frisbee?
And he hands her the Frisbee. And Usagi's like, "Oh, I got this.
Yeah.
I've gotten really good at this. Look."
Yes.
And she tosses the Frisbee.
She tosses the Frisbee in the Moon Tiara action stock footage.
Yeah.
And it flies into the foyer.
Through a window. Past
some girls. And then it curves back around.
Yeah, this isn't a Frisbee, this is a boomerang.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Usagi's just really good. And comes back out the window and she catches it. And also we see that it cut the ribbons on the heads of two girls that it went past.
Yeah.
And Countess Rose is very impressed. And she gets in. She's in the seminar.
She is accepted.
And then we cut to Hikawa Shrine.
Right.
The meeting place of the Sailor Guardians. And they're talking about how she had joined the princess seminar.
Word travels fast.
Yeah,
Or this is, I don't
even think Luna's with them in the scene. So
time is flexible.
Time is flexible. Time is nebulous. And Artemis makes a comment about, well, maybe it's good.
It's good
that she is trying to learn how to be a proper princess. And Minako says, but really, what would she have to do to become a proper princess? What's wrong with the way Usagi is right now? And first of all, that's a very good quote. That's a very good line. Also, Artemis's response is also pretty funny.
Is it?
Which is many things, actually.
I get why you hate this cat.
Yeah. But also that line. It's a dick line.
Yeah.
But it is funny. But I like that Minako is like, hey, she's fine.
She's fine.
Everybody... I love that Minako joins the Sailor Guardians. And everybody's like, oh yeah, Usagi. We talk about Usagi a lot. She's such a klutz and weird and dumb and stuff. And Minako's like, hey, y'all, she seems fine.
She's fine.
Like, you guys keep talking about how shitty she is. And she seems kind of fine.
She seems like she's doing alright.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But Artemis is just like, no, she's got a princess.
Gotta be a
princess.
Gotta be a princess.
Otherwise, she can't do the silver crystal.
She can't
unlock
crystal.
the full power of the silver crystal. And Ami suggests that they join her at the seminar.
Yeah.
Because, why not?
Why not?
Support her. And they all agree. All of them are like, yeah. And Artemis is like,
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I believe Artemis explicitly says, we don't need 5 princesses, which is wrong. There's nothing wrong with having 5 princesses.
There's nothing wrong with having multiple princesses.
Yeah. We cut to the mansion again. I do want to point out something here. We see the girls playing frisbee outside. They're in very nice little suits.
They're in suits with pants, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean you can't do a sport outside with a dress.
I guess
you can. That's tennis. They do that a lot in tennis.
Yeah.
Anyway, they say frisbee.
They do say frisbee, which is a brand.
That is a brand,
but I guess it's been genericized enough that you just say it.
Yeah.
Imagine this entire episode except replace frisbee with flying circular disc. I'm unsure. I didn't check, but I wonder if they say frisbee in Japanese or if they say something else.
Yeah. Huh. Good question.
We'll never answer it.
No. They are playing frisbee, and Usagi is fucking thrashing these girls at frisbee. And then we sort of see above them on through a window in the mansion. Countess Rose is looking down at the courtyard, I guess. And as she's looking down, we see behind her materializes Kunzite. Kunzite's here.
Turns out, surprise,
Lady Rose is a monster. And they're sort of talking about the plan for the sake of the audience. And Kunzite explains that Sailor Moon has a special technique called
Moon Tiara Action.
Which is very similar to frisbee.
It sure is, bud.
But also, she's clumsy as fuck. So the plan here
is find the girl who is very good at frisbee, but also very clumsy.
Yes.
You said this was a good plan.
I did.
I want you to know that you're wrong.
No, this is a good plan.
This is such a silly plan.
No, it's very silly, but this is a very silly show.
Okay.
He's fighting a very silly superhero.
Kunzite's last plan was genetic testing. And now his plan is, let's make a bunch of rich girls play frisbee until we find the one that's clumsy.
I mean, the genetic testing didn't work.
Also, I want to say, earlier in the episode, I didn't mention this. Naru says that all of the girls who attend this seminar come from rich families.
Okay.
But then why were the girls we see going to a public school?
Yeah. Huh.
That's weird.
That's a little odd. His plan is good, though. I need to talk to you about why his plan is good.
Explain to me why his plan is good.
Because it's not just find a clumsy girl. It's find the clumsiest possible girl who is somehow still also very good at frisbee.
Okay, but here's the thing. If we accept the notion that the seminar is only accepting rich girls and that the fact that those girls were going to public school is some weird anomaly. Usagi never would have entered this seminar except by dumb luck.
That's fair. That's valid. And she did.
She did.
And then we cut to commercial.
Okay.
About here. I do... I have a quote from a commercial.
Okay. This is a very weird bit that we do, but it's fine.
Listen, there is a line that is said in this Hulu commercial.
Okay.
On Sailor Moon. That is, they're bomb AF smoothies you can make in like a second.
What the fuck is this? What are you talking about?
This is about a smoothies. This is a smoothie commercial. This is a commercial for a brand of smoothies you can get, and you pour the thing into a blender and it make a smoothie. And they say bomb AF smoothies.
Like out loud? Like
yeah.
With someone's mouth said that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
On a commercial for Hulu.
So we're gonna stop talking about Sailor Moon and just talk about this for the next hour.
Uh-huh.
Bomb AF smoothies.
Yes. that you can make in like a second.
Okay. What happens when we get back to Sailor Moon?
The soup.
Right. Right.
We see the dinner table at the mansion where all the girls are sort of Madeline style, all lined up on this big table with Lady Rose at the head of it, and Usagi. I think she's sort of at the end.
Mm-hmm. She's not at the end, but she's at like one of the last chairs.
Yes, she's not at like the head of the table,
right?
Or I guess what's the part of the table that isn't the head of the table, but is the opposite? The tail. The tail of the table.
I guess they're both the head of the table.
It has two heads.
I guess.
What's the other side?
I should know this. I used to be rich. Anyway.
So Usagi hates the dress, first of all, that they have to wear. It's very tight and uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And then they get served some soup. Mm-hmm. And Usagi digs the fuck in.
She fucking tucks into that soup.
And starts slurping it up. Mm-hmm. And everybody is very sort of...
just...
collective sweat drop.
They are scandalized.
I could feel you trying to avoid saying aghast.
Mm-hmm. I was actually not. I was trying to...
not.
I feel like scandalized is a more, like... If you're a rich noble...
You don't get aghast.
You don't get aghast. You are scandalized.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Only the poor get aghast. And the butler sort of tries to the blonde one, the cool looking guy, sort of quietly tries to get her to. You're supposed you're supposed to not slurp it. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to drink it. Drink it? I guess he says eat, but it isn't. It's kind of drinking.
You eat soup. It's fine.
You drink soup. It's a liquid.
We can't do this.
To eat it more quietly. And she goes from like to and the butler's like, no.
Welcome to our ASMR channel.
And the butler's like, no, still bad, still not good. And she's like, oh, okay, sorry. And the butler is very frustrated at this point. Mm-hmm. And Usagi is also very frustrated at how eating can be this hard.
Mm-hmm. I feel like slurping soup is more difficult than just, like, dumping it in. You just take the spoon and you dump it in your mouth. You don't have to slurp it.
The problem is it's not as fun.
Okay.
And then we see sort of the actual, like, content of the seminar, like, proper.
Yeah, we get like a montage.
Back in the foyer, we see Lady Rose trying to instruct the girls how to sort of speak politely, and Usagi is bored out of her goddamn gourd. She internally monologues that this is just as bad as school, but the teacher calls on her. Lady Rose asks her to explain how would you offer someone coffee.
Yeah.
And Usagi is like, would you please have some coffee, please? It's free. And everybody, again, a thing rich people do is chortle. And I feel like all these girls sort of chortle.
Yeah, they do kind of chortle.
And Lady Rose is like, you could just say, please have some coffee. You don't have to.
You don't have to say that it's free.
You don't have to emphasize that it's free. And Usagi's very upset.
Now, here's the thing. I think Usagi is right. If someone tells me something's free, I believe that that's more polite than not informing. Because if someone doesn't say that, I'm always suspicious that there's some hidden cost.
I love the idea of someone's like, here, please have this complimentary coffee. And you're like, what's it fucking worth to you? What's your offer?
What's the catch?
What's the catch?
What's the catch, bub?
And then we sort of we apparently this was like the last day of the seminar.
Yeah.
Again, time is weird.
I guess.
We see the ballroom in the mansion. Because every mansion's gotta have a ballroom. ballroom.
If you have a mansion and don't have a ballroom, what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
That means... I mean, McMansions probably don't have ballrooms, but...
yeah, maybe, but still.
Yeah.
You either need a ballroom or a ball pit. Otherwise, you're not...
What?
Taking advantage. What?
A ball pit?
If you're rich and you don't have a ball pit, what the fuck are you even doing?
What? Okay.
You need a ball pit.
Do you?
Yeah, and a slide. You know?
I think even not rich people have slides.
No, like a big slide.
Okay,
though.
like
inside.
In
the house.
An in-slide.
An in-slide.
Okay.
Not an outslide. And Lady Rose, everybody's in dresses.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Rose explains that this is the last their last test. Mm-hmm. This is the exam.
Usagi's dress is weird to me. It's strapless. But it's like I should know more about dresses. the bit that covers her boobs. It's peeling.
The bodice? Is that what a bodice is?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know shit about dresses either.
You know what I mean about the peeling, though?
The peeling. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. This was nothing.
Lady Rose, this is their final. They have to dance.
Right.
And if they do good at it, they might pass. Mm-hmm. She'll tap them on the shoulder, and that's how they'll know that they passed. Mm-hmm. It seems like the butlers here are their, like, dance partners.
Yeah,
sort of designated dance partners. And Usagi is dancing with the blonde butler guy, and steps on his foot, and apologizes, and then steps on the hem of her dress, and trips and falls onto the floor. And then we hear a familiar voice, one might say chastising, Usagi. And it's Rei. And she sees that everybody else is here. All the Sailor Guardians are here. How?
We didn't see them for any of the other lessons?
No.
This is the last day. What's happening?
What is happening? But they're here.
They're here.
And they're basically like, "Hi, Usagi." And Ami is like, "Why are you on the floor?" Which is really funny. That was just a very funny line to me. And Usagi's like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're in the seminar too."
Since when?
Since today, I guess. Since 1 hour ago. And we see, like, a fun little scene of Ami and Mako, like, dancing all elegantly around the ballroom, and then Minako and Rei failing at dancing very hard.
They're, like, moving back and forth at 2 frames a second.
Yeah. Rei also says the line at this point, after all, she says this to Usagi, after all, everyone has at least one redeeming feature. And I don't know why the fuck she says that, because nothing in the conversation leading up to it lends any, like, context to anything she says there. Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
Maybe she's saying that... I don't know. What?
And then she just dips her guy.
I think partner. She's trying to... She thinks she's good at dancing, but she's not. Maybe that's what they're doing?
I don't know what that line has to do with that either, though.
That's her one redeeming feature. I don't know.
That's not what she would say about herself, I don't feel like.
Huh. I don't know.
And Minako says something I didn't write down. But she's also dancing, like, just sort of waving her arms back and forth in her but there's a bit where all three of those three, of Minako, Rei, and Usagi, all simultaneously step on their dancing partner's feet. And Usagi is like, hey, kind of fuck this, actually. So we see
Lady Rose, Countess Rose.
Yeah, we see Lady Rose moving through the ballroom, tapping girls on the shoulders. And when everyone's done dancing, She's like, everybody I tapped on the shoulders has graduated, and you can now move on to the next room to prepare for the actual graduation ceremony. And it is literally every girl except Rei, Minako, and Usagi.
Yep.
And so we Ami and Mako just kind of leave their friends behind and move on to the next room, while Rei, Minako, and Usagi are like very upset. But we see the next room.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of green.
There's no lights.
There's no lighting, pretty much. There's just like some lighting from outside, I guess.
Yeah.
Through like a big window. And there's a bunch of greenish sort of wax figures of girls in various states of dismay and despair and fear. And I'm just gonna...
You know that scene in Ghostbusters? The new one? I haven't seen the movie, but I know the scene.
Yeah, the mannequin scene?
Where, Leslie Jones opens a door and there's a bunch of mannequins.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, nope, and leaves. That's what they should have done.
That's what they should have done. I also want to say a thing, just a quote from the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition monster manual.
You're so you.
Yeah. It is relevant, though. I believe this is the entry for basilisks, or cockatrices, one of the two, which is, people don't sculpt sculptures of very scared warriors. And I feel like also people don't generally sculpt very scared sculptures in general.
Yeah, no.
So anytime you come across that, especially a lot of them, all at once, don't get out.
Just go.
Just fucking bolt.
Take your feet, reverse them. Go back, out. Yeah, so all the girls are like, this is weird. Mako and Ami especially are like, hey, this seems weird.
These are real, lifelike.
Yeah.
And then Lady Rose appears. In the window. And she says, oh yeah, there's a reason that they're super lifelike. It's 'cause, they're real. They're real girls. They used to be real girls. Until I killed them and made them into statues. And they're like, huh? And then Lady Rose transforms. And she says, as she's transforming, she transforms into, like, we should describe her monster form.
Yeah, she's got, like, so clams.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
She's covered in them.
Covered in clams.
Just festooned with clams.
Covered in clams. Has clam hands.
Clam hair.
Clam hair. A clam, like, spinal column.
Two upright, I guess, for clams. Clams on her breasts.
Yes. Also, like a long, sort of slightly translucent skirt.
Yeah. Not made of clams, I think.
Not made of clams. Made of, like, sort of a seafoam green material. And she says, she gives the best fucking voice acting in this scene, where she says, hello, I am Shakokai, welcome to graduation!
Is that really how she says it?
Yes!
Okay.
There's the long pause, there's no stop.
For the record, Shakokai
means
social circle.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nothing to do with clams as far as I could find. Nothing to do with
clams, that's a shame.
Yeah.
No pun there on clams. I don't get the clams.
I don't understand like a clamshell dress, I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Not a rose monster or anything?
No rose theme. I mean, they got only one character per theme, you know?
I guess. That's not true.
Is it not true? I mean, have we not? I feel like...
At this point, I don't think they've repeated monster themes, but they will.
Okay. I look forward to that.
And all the clams open up.
Yes.
And she just shoots some goop some wax, I guess.
Waxy green goop.
And freezes all the girls, including Mako and Ami, in goop. In wax.
And it's scary.
It's pretty scary.
And Usagi, Rei, and Minako hear the screaming from the other room. And they're like, hey, what the fuck? And they start to try to check out what's going on. And then Shakukai appears in the ballroom now. And says that she knows that one of them has to be Sailor Moon. And
I've narrowed it down to 3 options.
And they're like, Usagi's like, what? Why? Why would you think that? Yeah, what makes you think that? And Shakukai explains that she knew that Sailor Moon would not be able to pass the Princess Seminar because she was very clumsy. She doesn't explain the Frisbee thing, which is the thing that really holds the plan together. The
main thing.
Yeah. And also, how good are Rei and Minako?
We don't know
at Frisbee, because we don't.
I feel like she should know. She should know it's Usagi, because Usagi is really good at Frisbee.
She's unholily good at Frisbee.
But we don't. Didn't Minako and Rei?
They're probably not good at Frisbee.
They're probably not. Minako might be.
Minako maybe. I feel like she's good at everything.
Yeah.
But, like, Usagi's very good at Frisbee. She can make it come back like a boomerang. They're not supposed to do that.
No, they're supposed to just go. Anyway.
But yeah. But Rei and Minako are like, hey, yeah, that's a pretty good plan. And Usagi's like, hey, shut up. And then Shakukai tries to spray wax on him. I
think the butlers, like, scream and run off at this point.
So they are not in on the...
No, they're not in on the plan.
Which means blonde butler guy, was genuinely weirded out by Lady Rose being way into Frisbee.
He has presumably been working for Lady Rose, and then suddenly she was like, I like Frisbee a lot.
Yeah, or we have to consider the possibility that she has always really liked Frisbee, and this is just a thing. Like, this isn't weird for him. Okay. He's used to it.
Okay.
He knows it is weird.
Right.
That's why he's like, for some reason. But, like, he's used to it.
Okay.
They chose Lady Rose as a vessel for Shakukai. Specifically.
Because Kunzite knew that she was really good at Frisbee.
Yes.
Okay.
But, they dodge the wax. And Luna and Artemis are here.
Yeah.
I guess. These fucking cats. They jump on Shakukai from above. And sort of obscure her vision as the 3 girls jump out of a window.
Yeah.
And
transform mid-jump. It's very cool.
It is very cool. And then we see Shakukai sort of throw off the cats and follow them out the window, but they have already transformed. And Sailor Moon says, "You can't flunk Sailor Moon without consequences. I am the pretty guardian who fights for love and for justice. I am Sailor Moon, and in the name of the moon, I'll punish you."
And I'm Sailor Venus, and I'm Sailor Mars.
Yeah. And Shakukai tries to wax them some more.
And Rei blasts the wax with Fire Soul, and it, like, hardens and falls.
And then Minako tries to crescent beam, and Shakukai does the wax again, and it hits the crescent beam, and it hardens and falls. And they're like, well, shit,
can't hit her.
And Usagi's like, probably Muntiara action would not do it either.
Yeah.
And Shakukai starts sort of approaching the Sailor Guardians menacingly, but is interrupted. By
a rose.
A rose. For some reason.
We know the reason.
It's Endymion.
Endymion's
Tuxedo
here.
mask.
Tuxedo mask.
Purple pants.
We see the rose wilt.
Yes. I think it's black as it falls too, as it strikes the ground.
Oh, is it just a black rose this
I think
time?
so, yeah.
Okay. One might call this a black rose arc.
One might.
One
could accurately call it a Black Rose arc. Yeah. Animes is the same.
Uh-huh.
The Tuxedo Mask, yeah.
What's happening?
I'm reading. I'm trying to get caught up.
Okay, don't make noises while you read. You're gonna have to cut them out, and then you're gonna stop editing and say, hey, can I complain about something? I say too much to me.
I do that already.
What?
What?
I don't know.
Endymion. I'm just gonna call him Endymion.
That's I think the smart thing to do.
He's evil Tuxedo. He says that he will let the Sailor Guardians live if they give him the silver crystal. Yeah. And at first, when he showed up, Usagi was like, "Oh yeah,
Tuxedo Mask, here to save us."
And Rei's like,
"I don't know about that."
Yeah. And yeah, Usagi's very disappointed. Shakukai does defer to Endymion because he's the commander of Earth, I guess. Right. He's the commander of the Dark Kingdom. But she is confused. Yeah. For sure. And she does say, that wasn't Kunzite's plan.
Yeah, that's not what Kunzite told me.
And Endymion's like,
Hey, Dad. Dad told me that I was supposed to kill Sailor Moon.
And then, speaking of, Kunzite's here.
Kunzite appears.
He's micromanaging his monster. Which is fair, because all the other monsters have fucking failed so far. Yeah. And he sort of starts arguing with Endymion. He's like, hey, fucking, this is my plan.
This is me.
This is my monster.
Hey.
This is my shit. Go away.
Go the fuck away.
And Endymion says, I'm just here to get the silver crystal. So bug off. That's not... See, if... You can tell that's not a thing we made up, because we would just say he said to fuck off. But no, he said verbatim in the show, so bug off.
Yeah. You remember that he said that earlier, before. He said bug off to Usagi.
That's true!
This is just a thing he says.
This is a thing Endymion says. And they start arguing, and Shakukai is like, so what do I
do?
What do I do? And Kunzite's like, kill Sailor Moon. And Endymion says, no, the silver crystal comes first. And Kunzite says, don't listen to this dressed up fool. Sailor Moon comes first. And Endymion says, silver crystal. And Kunzite says, shouldn't you be off serving appetizers somewhere?
It's really good.
It's a very good scene.
Appetizers. But Usagi...
Well, no. First of all, Shakukai is not having this.
No.
She's not angry, but she is upset.
Right.
She's like, oh, brother, this is ridiculous. Whose orders am I supposed to be following? And
Usagi uses this opportunity.
She's like, orders, you say?
With a tray.
A small tray with a teacup on it.
With a teacup on it. And is like, here's your order.
Does that mean you're the one who ordered this cup of coffee? And
Shakukai is like, oh, thank you so much.
Her specific wording that I did write down is, I'm sorry, I don't recall doing so, but that sounds lovely.
She
takes the coffee, and Usagi's like, now's my chance!
She uses moon healing escalation. And refresh.
And she turns back into Countess Rose. And Usagi, who is a dumbass and didn't see her actually transform before, because she wasn't in the same room, says, oh, she was Countess Rose? I had no idea.
So much.
This is a good episode,
it's
actually.
Good.
And then Usagi tries to do that again on Endymion. She wants to heal him of the evil. But she's like, moon healing, and then we see Tuxedo Mask just... I don't know how to describe the shot here. It's so fucking good. Do you remember this bit? he just, like, echoes backwards.
Oh, right, yes.
Like, we see he just slowly moves backwards as, like, images of himself, like, blur across the screen. I don't know how to describe it, it's just very funny to me. He's just like, nope! He just backs the fuck up. And that gets him away.
That gets him away.
Can't... Here's the thing. Short range on the moonstick.
I guess.
But he backs up and says he would come back later for the silver crystal. And he vanishes. Mm-hmm. He does not vanish into, like, a dark portal this time.
No.
He just disappears.
Yeah.
And then we see, we cut back to that room where the graduation room.
Kunzite leaves too.
Kunzite leaves too. We should mention. He's like, yeah, okay. This fucking sucked. Mm-hmm. And fucks off. And bugs off. And we cut back to the graduation room. And all the girls sort of melt.
Well, they are freed.
They are freed.
From their prison.
They go back to normal. And then we see the next day. We cut into the denouement. We cut to the next day, where Usagi is late for school again, and she once again has toast in her mouth. The show is trying to make it up for us. Two toast scenes in one episode.
Yeah.
And she passes by Luna, who's just hanging out outside. I'm gonna say, okay, like, obviously Usagi lets Luna outside, because she's a person.
Luna's a person.
Her parents should know that you shouldn't have outside cats.
You shouldn't have an outside cat.
Cats are not meant to, like, it fucks with the environment.
They're
an invasive species. It's also really dangerous.
It's really dangerous for cats.
They're not like big dogs can, like, you can have an outside dog sometimes, as long as you keep them, like, safe.
In your yard.
In your yard,
Keep them in your yard. The problem with cats is cats just fucking don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They can leave your yard whenever they want.
Yeah, because they can jump, like, 50 fucking feet in the air.
Yeah.
They got an 8-foot vertical leap. But yeah, it's just funny to me that she just passes by Luna, her cat, on the way to school. But Luna's like, don't you have to go to the princess seminar today? But Usagi's like, nope, done with it. From now on, I'm gonna try to be my own kind of princess. And Luna is concerned.
Yeah.
And we get the ending shot of Usagi with the toast in her mouth, running sort of towards the camera. And she, like, bites the toast, and the bit that she didn't bite starts to fall out of her mouth, and she tries to grab it. And that's sort of the ending shot of the episode.
Yeah. So, next episode is episode 38.
Yes.
The Snow, the Mountains, Friendship, and Monsters.
Kind of a ghost situation there. Again, 4 things also.
Yeah. It was directed by Takeo Yoshizawa and written by Katsuyuki Sumizawa. I think Takeo might be a new director. I don't remember the name.
Okay.
We might have seen them before. I don't remember. It first aired December 26, 1992 in Japan, and October 26, 1995 in English.
So this episode opens at Hikawa Shrine, just kind of getting right to the plot.
Yeah, immediately.
Which is, it's at Hikawa Shrine. All the girls are hanging out. Artemis and Luna are not there. And Usagi is talking about... Okay, I want to say the exact line she opens this with.
Okay.
Which is, let's go to the snow, it'll be fun!
Does she really say let's go to the snow?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
She wants to go to the snow, by which she means there's a ski resort in the mountains. It is winter. It's clearly winter from their outfits.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, these are winter episodes. And Usagi is showing a newspaper.
Yeah.
That has an advertisement for a contest, a ski contest, that is called the Moon Princess Contest.
Yeah.
Where the winner of the contest is crowned the Moon Princess. And Minako says, that's a bit of a coincidence. And yeah,
I mean, okay,
It
here's
sure
the
is.
thing. The concept of the moon princess is a thing in, like, Japanese folklore.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, Princess Kaguya.
Does it have any fucking thing to do with skiing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So that it's still just kind of some bullshit,
Yeah,
I feel like. And it's especially for reasons we'll get to.
Okay.
But Usagi really wants to go. Because she's the moon princess.
She's the moon princess.
She wants to be crowned the moon princess.
Yeah.
Rei is also pretty excited about this. She imagines herself, like, skiing in the moonlight and also being crowned the moon princess. Which is, again, you can't. She's not the real... There's a real one.
Yeah, but what if Rei could be the moon princess?
The second moon princess.
No, the moon princess.
But there's already...
No. Rei will kill Usagi.
Now I am Sailor Mars and Sailor Moon. Mako is unsure. Mako is concerned about what Luna will think. But Minako says that she can just tell Luna and Artemis that they're going on a Sailor Guardian training trip.
So once again, a training trip.
A training trip.
Remember when they went to the beach to train?
Yeah, that was also the same episode had that title theme.
Yep.
Weird.
This episode not cut from the Deke dub though.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Usagi says that she's surprised that Minako would say something like that. And Minako says, "Why? It's the truth." Which is a very, very good characterization line for Minako. But they realize we don't have anywhere to, like, stay.
Yeah.
But don't worry, to save the day, it's Yuichiro.
It's Yuichiro.
It's our buddy Yuichiro.
He's here.
He's here. I forgot his voice acting was so goofy. I love him.
He's a good boy.
He says, hopefully he caught not the entirety of this conversation.
I don't think he did.
Because...
He's kind of a dumbass.
He's kind of a dumbass. Because he would know they're Sailor Guardians. Very careless on their part to sort of forget.
That Yuichiro just works here.
Yeah. He says that he might be able to help out. Because he actually used to live near those mountains. And his parents have a house there. And Yuichiro phrases this in a way that makes it clear that he wants to go too. And Rei is like,
don't know about that.
Don't know about that. But Mako says, no, that'd be fine.
And she's clearly, like, trying to hook Yuichiro and Rei up.
Yes. She says, and this fucking scene. And she says, like they say, you never know when you might meet your destiny. And Yuichiro sort of laughs awkwardly at that. And Rei is also kind of awkward about that. And Minako says, you mean by chance a meeting could be your destiny, right? And then Ami says, I'm not sure either of those quotes would really apply in this case. Which is a really funny series of lines to me. I don't know how to explain why they're funny.
No.
They're just good. It's just cute. But yeah, they all agree. It's fine if Yuichiro goes. And they want to go. Yeah. So they're going.
They're going. To the mountains.
To the mountains. To train. And then we cut to... We, like, see the advertisement that Usagi is holding for the Moon Princess contest. And it sort of fades into a pair of gloved hands holding that same advertisement. Which is Kunzite in the Dark Kingdom. Who... I believe is talking to himself.
Yeah.
About how his plan is this. How he's using this contest to find Sailor Moon. This plan is bad.
This plan is bad.
That I will grant you that.
I want to say.
What's up?
I don't think I'm not like, this is stupid. Who wrote this garbage?
Right.
I just am baffled that you thought the last plan was good. All the plans are bad, and that's fine.
Okay, no, like, the DNA test was a good idea.
Okay.
Like, it just failed by sheer dumb luck. Mm-hmm. Because Usagi and Minako made out off screen. Yeah. Endymion's here, though, to crash Kunzite's party. And he says that Kunzite has been underestimating the Sailor Guardians.
Yeah.
And Kunzite is like, okay, fucking big shot, because you know them so well, right? Because you fucking used to hang out with them all the time. Well, I know them well, too, because fucking fuck off.
Uh-huh. Bug off, please.
Bug off. And Kunzite reassures him that he is going to fucking get the sailors. Mm-hmm. And then he hurts me, personally, by going over to his desk, I guess?
A table?
A table?
No.
Where there's a picture of him and Zoisite, and he says that he's doing it for Zoisite. And it's very sad and upsetting. So we cut to the girls at the mountains, all in very cute winter gear.
Yeah.
Usagi's got a pink jacket with like a fluffy white collar. Mm-hmm. Mako is wearing like this like bright orange and green like suit. It's very good.
Yeah,
they've got good outfits here. We see like the four of them, and Ami's like, "Hey, where did Rei and Yuichiro go?" And we see Rei and Yuichiro skiing down the mountains,
fucking shredding those slopes.
Yeah, they are clearly very good at skiing.
Yeah. I
don't know why Rei is so good at skiing. Yuichiro came from this region, so it kind of makes sense.
Maybe Rei's just, just likes,
I would think Mako would be the... She's
Mako's
like the
good
athletic...
at a different winter thing.
Okay. She is like the athletic one, generally. But I guess Rei is not unathletic. I guess everybody... They're all kind of athletic except for Usagi.
Yeah, I mean...
Ami does tennis.
Ami does do tennis, you're right. Huh.
But they are shredding the slopes. Mm-hmm. And I think here... I forget what sort of bit of dialogue this is, like, prompts this, but we cut back to Usagi's house, where...
Oh, yes, one of the girls is like, I hope Luna and Artemis are okay.
Yeah, I think Usagi's like, I'm kind of sad we couldn't bring Luna and Artemis, because they'd really like it.
And then...
They wouldn't, they're cats, and it's fucking freezing.
And I think either Mina or Mako is like, they're fine. They're probably better off in a warm home. And then we cut. We cut
to Usagi's house, where Luna and Artemis are just fucking chillaxing on top of a kotatsu, which is a heated table, if you're not familiar.
What is this?
I don't know.
Okay.
Not everybody listening might not know what a kotatsu is. I didn't until Persona fucking 4.
Yeah, you sounded like very push up your glasses.
That's just my voice.
Okay.
That's just how I sound about things. And it's a cute scene.
Yeah, they're both just napping.
And Artemis is completely asleep, and Luna is like, "Oh, he's so peaceful when he's asleep." And then we cut back, and the girls are in Yuichiro's lodge. I love a lodge.
I do love a lodge.
I love a mountain lodge.
Yeah.
There's an aesthetic to them that's just fun. Welcome to Until Dawn Sailor Moon edition. Yuichiro sort of explains, I think, that his parents are away right now. They're not at this house.
Right.
And Rei is very impressed with all of this. And as they're like, the girls are all sitting on like some couches while Yuichiro is setting up a fire in like a big hearth.
Right.
And Rei is like, "Hey, if you're so filthy, well-to-do, why do you work at the shrine?" And Yuichiro says, "Oh, I work at the shrine to become a better person." and Rei is like, "Oh, okay." But then Usagi like leans over to her. I didn't write down the exact quote, unfortunately.
She's like, He's just there to smell your hair.
She says, yeah, it's like, become a better person, my foot is a thing, she says. Mm-hmm. No one's ever said my foot about anything. Unless they're talking about their foot.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I like how seemingly protective Usagi is of Rei here. Uh-huh. Like Mako is trying to set up Rei and Yuichiro. Mm-hmm. Rei doesn't know what the fuck she's doing with Yuichiro.
No.
And Usagi is like, hey, fucking creepy guy.
Uh-huh.
Fuck away from my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Who hates me.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Usagi and Rei are just getting ready for their starring role in a TBS sitcom.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I hate the idea you just planted in my head. Which is the idea of a Sailor
Everybody
Moon.
loves Rei.
I hate it. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, I fucking hate it. You've given me the image of Sailor Moon with a laugh track, and I want to kill you. I wish both of us were dead.
Great.
So we see Rei and Yuichiro shredding again, mm-hmm. while the others are like just kind of hanging out on the slopes.
Yeah.
Not really shredding them, more sort of caressing the slopes.
No, don't. I hate that.
No?
I hate that.
There's a bit I didn't notice here in the notes,
mm-hmm.
which is that Ami has a school book in hand and is studying while she fucking skis.
Mm-hmm. This fucking
Again,
nerd.
This parallels to the beach episode.
Uh-huh.
What?
God, Ami. Gotta study.
That's not safe.
It's not safe, but it is smart.
It's not.
It's smart, though.
It's not smart.
Gotta learn. Every day's a school day.
No. But Rei and Yuichiro are tired of these fucking losers, and are like, "Hey, we should go up higher on the mountain. This is fucking nothing. There's no hills. What is this? It's flat. Mm-hmm. It's not flat.
No,
there are slopes.
Yeah,
you can't ski on flat.
No.
But the other girls are like,
We see like the mountain in the background, and it's very tall.
It's very tall and steep and scary. And Mako's like,
don't know about that.
Nah, we good.
We're good down here.
And Usagi is like, you guys, you fucking hot shots, go ahead up the mountain. But then Yuichiro's like, but hey, Usagi, didn't you want to
enter the contest?
Yeah,
that's gonna be up there.
Yeah, it's gonna be all the way at the top. And Usagi is like, oh.
Ooh. Didn't think about that.
And Usagi is very clearly scared.
Uh-huh.
And Rei sees this and is like, well, more for me. I'm gonna
be the moon princess.
Yeah. And Usagi hates the idea of that.
Uh-huh.
And is like, no, actually, okay, I'll go.
I'll go.
I'm not scared.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see them on a ski lift.
Uh-huh.
We see those three, Rei, Yuichiro, and Usagi, on the ski lift.
Mm-hmm.
And Usagi is already terrified of the heights.
Hey, can I just say,
what's up?
Ski lifts suck ass.
Yeah.
Never want to be on one.
Do you want to be... Hey, you know a Ferris wheel?
Mm-hmm.
What about that? But there's no floor.
There's no floor.
And also...
No walls.
No walls. And also just generally a feeling of dread and death.
Uh-huh. Yep, absolutely.
Just
don't want it.
A cold white abyss beneath you. Covered also in sharp rocks, probably.
Don't want it. Don't want it. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Do you want height? And also just all of that.
Yeah, no. I'm good.
And wind? There's probably fucking wind. No, you've got me on this shit now. I hate it.
We can't belabor this.
I got vertigo watching this fucking scene.
Okay.
And it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
There's no depth.
There's
literally no sense of depth.
Mm-hmm.
And Usagi is like, hey, the part beneath us looks bad. I hope it's not like this. Yeah, in the contest. And Yuichiro's like, no, it's not like this. The part at the top is way steeper. And Usagi's like,
cool, ready for it.
And then at the we see the top of the mountain. There's a bunch of ladies in the contest. Is it just a ladies only contest? I guess
to be the Moon Princess. Men can't be princesses. They can, and they should.
They can and they should, but also, how? It's an all ladies skiing contest. Like, there's no.
Yeah.
What is the
Moon Princess?
I guess the Moon Princess. Make him a Moon Prince. There can be a Moon Prince.
Can there?
Sure.
Probably.
There's a man in the moon.
That's a different country.
Sure. He's still up there.
Sure.
And there's just a bunch of ladies.
Yeah.
And this fucking scene, there's an announcerman for the contest.
Yeah.
Who, as we've established, no announcerman for a contest in this show is ever actually the villain.
No.
They're just... Except that one time Jadeite was, like, the assistant for the celebrity monster.
Yeah.
But there's just this fucking guy who says, "Welcome to all you lady contestants."
Yep.
Which is nothing.
That's nothing.
What are you... It just gets me. It just gets to
lady contestants.
He says, the 4th annual Moon Princess contest will begin in just a moment.
That can't be true. There are a bunch of reasons that can't be true. I mean, again, Moon Princess is
a cultural thing
in Japanese folklore, but we'll get to it. We'll get to why that can't be true.
Well, there's also a reason it has to be true, which we're about to get to, which is the announcerman welcomes the first winner of the Moon Princess contest. The first Moon Princess, if you will, who is Yamamoto Seiko, who is the monster.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
She's got visible lipstick and sunglasses. She's got visible lipstick and sunglasses.
And that makes her a villain.
Yes. And she tells everyone, good luck. You're gonna be racing in the dark, but the track is well lit. So
I mean, that's a thing
in skiing.
Yeah,
just you ski at night, but
there are
big
definitely
spotlights.
Nighttime ski. Yeah.
Okay, it's just that phrasing is funny to me. Also, the specificity of it, because the darkness of it never comes up in this episode again.
You're right.
It's not like relevant to the plot or anything.
No. And
she says the first one to ski down to the bottom first would be the Moon Princess, and then the race begins.
Usagi and Rei are entered.
Yes,
they're there.
I think here, actually, if I remember correctly, Yamamoto Seiko is like ready, set, begin. It's like very, very fast. I assume there was sort of a dubbing...
yeah, probably.
Probably a lip sync issue there.
Yeah.
And everybody starts racing down the mountain. Except...
Usagi.
For Usagi, who is very scared. But Yuichiro...
Yuichiro is here.
Yuichiro is here to save the day. Yuichiro wants to help Usagi. His good friend Usagi Tsukino. And he's like... Usagi, you can't get so far behind in the race, and pushes her down the mountain.
Yeah. Yuichiro is a fucking dumbass.
He just wants to help.
But
and
also...
he doesn't help.
He's a moron.
He's also a fucking moron.
Rei is a moron sexual.
Yeah. And then, a little bit after Usagi goes sort of scrambling down the mountain, Seiko goes and follows them.
Yeah, for some reason. I mean, we know the reason.
She's the monster. But I guess there's not much of a crowd up there anymore. There's just Yuichiro.
Yeah.
And he doesn't question it because he's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. Okay, so we've said she's the monster. I just wanna... Did Kunzite just if it is the 4th annual Moon Princess contest,
yes,
did Kunzite he found this contest and he saw Moon Princess and he was like, got it, fucking gonna make someone in this contest a monster, and they're gonna help me. Whoever wins, that's the Moon Princess. They know.
That he explicitly in an earlier scene is like, oh, they'll fall for this. Sailor Moon will fall for this one for sure. And I feel, okay, I get where Endymion is coming from about underestimating them, because he's got to assume that, like, Sailor Moon is a colossal dumbass to quote-unquote fall for that.
Yeah.
But also, he was right.
He was right.
She did.
Yeah.
And also all the Sailor Guardians did.
Yeah.
None of them were like,
I mean, Minako was.
Mina mentions that it's a coincidence.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah.
I'm
just imagining him, like, just going through the paper. He just looks under... He just fucking goes to Google and just types the word Moon Princess.
Well, it's even funnier than that, because he had to go get that newspaper.
Yeah, he just skims the newspaper all the time for plots.
How does the newspaper get delivered to the Dark Kingdom?
Maybe he has a Nephrite sitch going on. Like, he has a
fake persona?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He probably doesn't have a complex, like, fake persona.
No.
He just, like, goes to the surface and people are just like, hey, there's that guy. He just has an outfit.
Yeah, probably.
It's the guy with the long green hair. So Rei is in the lead. She's doing
She's shredding it.
She's just shredding the slope.
She's absolutely destroying the slopes.
Just fucking this mountain.
Okay. Okay.
And then we cut back to Seiko, who says to herself, "This ski course will be their one-way ticket to hell." Ha! Which is not a laugh. That's a scream.
Okay.
That's a magic scream.
Okay.
That she yells. She just goes, ha! And then the mountain gets weird.
Yeah.
The snow sort of makes tiny hills.
Yeah.
In the snow in front of the racers. And Rei shreds between them. But some of the other girls just get taken the fuck out.
Yeah.
And Rei, despite the fact that she does see these snow hills just forming, is like, I felt the presence of I felt an evil presence just now. But nah,
gotta win. Gotta be the Moon Princess.
Yeah, she says there's no way a monster could be up here. Why?
Why is there no way?
Why not? Do monsters not like mountains?
They do tend to dress very skimpily.
I guess that's fair. Usagi also, I believe, sort of lucks past.
Yeah.
Like, all this.
Yeah,
she's obstacles forming.
She's still scrambling and managing somehow to get past all the new course hazards.
And Rei sees Usagi fly past her.
Yeah,
While Usagi is screaming, "Help, I can't slow down!" And Rei is like, "Okay, Usagi, not bad, but I'm still gonna win." Context fucking clues. Kid.
Rei, please.
Please listen
Rei,
to her.
You're a psychic.
You're a psychic. And Rei, then we hit the commercial break.
Yeah.
And when we cut back, Rei has kind of switched gears and is yelling to Usagi that she should slow down because it's not safe.
Yeah.
The speed she's going at. And Usagi's like, "I would if I could." And then, again, we cut back to Seiko. And she fucks up the mountain some more. And causes a big-ass snowball to form. Not like an avalanche,
no,
which would have been impressive. Just a big snowball.
Well,
it is scary.
It is scary.
It would be scary to be chased by a big snowball like that.
Seiko played Sonic Adventure.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew that was where you were going, you predictable piece of shit.
What?
I fucking knew you were about to reference Sonic Adventure.
What?
Because there's a big snowball in it.
It's a good reference to make.
It's a bad video game.
I didn't say it wasn't.
I fucking felt it.
Fucking referencing D&D all the time, and I can't reference Sonic Adventure.
Fair. That's valid. D&D is also a bad game.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a big scary snowball.
Mm-hmm.
It is worrisome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to see a big snowball coming at me.
No.
And Ray is like, change of plans, speed up, actually. And Usagi, again, is like, I still can't, I don't have any control.
Nope.
And then, the monster.
Uh-huh.
I was about to say her name, but we haven't learned her name yet. The monster, Seiko. Her fake name.
Well,
it is her real name.
It's her real name.
It's the fake name the monster is using.
Right.
The monster.
Huh.
Just makes the mountains start splitting the fuck apart.
Yeah.
And sort of walls of snow and ice sort of rise up around Rei and Usagi. And they form sort of a narrow path.
Mm-hmm.
And the snowball just keeps
going.
Just keeps tumbling after him. And we see Yuichiro.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to Yuichiro, who has heard the sounds of an avalanche forming, it seems. And he's worried about Rei. Mm-hmm. And I guess Usagi? He doesn't mention Usagi. He's like, Rei must be in trouble.
Yeah.
And he goes he finds them. He skis up along, top of the sort of walls that have formed. And he yells down to Rei, Rei, it's me, Yuichiro! And this fucking dumbass. He skis into the sort of pit that's formed. And stops in front of the snowball. And T-poses in front of it. And yells, "You shall not pass!"
Yep.
And then he gets fucking pummeled by the snowball.
Yes, and covered in snow.
And the snowball keeps rolling over him. So he has done nothing helpful.
He's not helped. You shall not pass.
and then Rei, we come back to Rei, and she says, I think I heard a voice back there.
Right. She didn't even acknowledge him.
She didn't know. She didn't hear him.
God.
Oh. It's a very funny scene.
It really
Except
is.
they memed it. Except they put a meme in it.
They did. Yeah, they did put a meme in it again.
They put a Melvin.
Yeah. We haven't seen Melvin in a while, so Yuichiro has to pick up the slack.
He doesn't. He super does not.
No.
Let Melvin stay slacked.
Mm-hmm.
But the monster starts sort of closing in the walls of ice around them, and the walls close in front of them. But just as that is happening, Rei dives to save Usagi, and they crash.
Yeah.
But they're safe-ish.
They're safe-ish.
While the snowball gets conveniently crushed by the walls.
Yeah.
And doesn't they them.
Right.
But
it does form a big wall.
Does form a big wall of snow, and they are stuck.
They are trapped.
In a big pit of ice.
Forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Seiko...
sort of the most important part of the,
Seiko did transform earlier.
Yeah. We can't, neither of us can remember the exact moment that it happened, but she did transform into her full monster form.
So let's talk about that.
So her name...
Is Blizzard. Which means, which is short for Blizzard.
Oh.
That's the meaning of that name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd they put a World of Warcraft reference in this episode of Sailor Moon?
I don't know.
Or is it StarCraft? Maybe it's more related to StarCraft?
This is a weird bit you're doing.
Overwatch. Nope, that one's BioWare.
No, it's Blizzard. What the fuck are you saying?
It is Blizzard. Wait, is Warcraft BioWare?
No, none of those are BioWare. They're all Blizzard.
BioWare is Mass Effect.
Yes.
I always get Blizzard and BioWare confused.
I don't know why.
This is not Sailor Moon. So Blizzard transforms into the thumbnail of this episode.
No, the thumbnail's gonna be Toast Mouth.
But
Toast Mouth. It's important.
It is important, but okay. I'll defer to you since you do the thumbnails.
Blizzard.
But that means we really have to describe Blizzard.
Yeah.
Before transforming, Blizzard says, "Time to get serious," which is very funny, considering what she transforms into.
Uh-huh.
So, let's talk about the basic shit first.
Okay.
She's blue.
Yeah, she's blue.
She has blue skin.
Uh-huh.
She's got sort of sharp features. I forget what her hair is like.
I forget too.
She
has shoulder pads. Now...
She does sort of have shoulder pads.
The shoulder pads are shaped like snowman heads. They got little hats on them.
They got little hats.
And eyes and a face.
Uh-huh. But the snowmen also have bodies.
They do. And the bodies are her boobs.
Yeah.
Which are shaped how you would think they would be.
Well, like snowman bodies.
That's what I meant. They're shaped like snowman bodies, like you think they would be.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would think they would be shaped like boobs.
Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever.
I'm just saying, this is an imaginative design, certainly. Her hands are also snowmen.
Her hands are also snowmen.
And the thing is... there's another snowman head.
Is there?
Oh, you don't remember?
I don't remember the other snowman.
Oh. Is
it on her crotch?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't remember that part.
Yeah, uh-huh. Also, they all express.
All the also, at some points, the fucking snowman heads on her boobs look like nipples. Look like they have nipples. Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in.
I might just tweet a picture of her when this episode goes up.
Uh-huh. Because I understand Toast Mouth.
Yeah.
But...
God, it's so much.
Funny thing, this is a Sailor Moon monster design I have actually seen before watching the show.
Okay.
I saw a Tumblr post.
That was just...
It was someone's personal list of top 10 weird Sailor Moon monsters.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember most of them except for the family of beach balls.
Right.
Which we'll eventually get to, I assume.
In a long time, but yes.
Okay. And this lady. Also, I do remember another one, which is Sexy Elephant Vacuum Cleaner.
Right, yeah, we'll get to her.
But this one was on there. Blizzard, Snowman Woman. Woman whose breasts are snowmen.
Yeah.
The groin snowman really fucks with me.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's the worst part for me.
Also, I want to say, Blizzard is one of the few... Not few, there are a lot of them. She is one of the few monsters from this first season to appear in the Sailor Moon RPG.
Okay.
Her, Shakokai, and Castor and Pollux are in the Sailor Moon RPG.
Interesting.
Somehow.
Yeah, hang on. Is it, take place later?
It's way later. It's so late that you can't play it or look it up for fear of spoilers.
Okay. They get revived. I don't fucking know.
I guess. I
assume
haven't played it.
assume there's some resurrection shit in this show at some point.
Probably.
It's a long-running show. There's got to be someone who gets resurrected at some point.
We'll see.
We'll see. There's reincarnation.
Anyway.
Now
that we've described Blizzard.
Yeah, we've described Blizzard. So the girls... So they're in a pit of snow and ice. The girls. And Ray is angrily and determinedly trying to climb out.
Yeah. Using the snowbank.
Yes. That has formed because of the crushed giant snowball. Bless you. But she keeps falling back down because the bank is too steep.
Yeah.
And she's just arguing with Usagi through this whole thing, but Usagi's, like, not mad or anything.
No.
She's just like, that doesn't seem to be working. And Rei's like, I know! And Rei is very... Usagi's just, like, sad that they didn't get to finish the race. And Rei is angry at Usagi that they didn't get to finish the race.
Yeah.
Because she had to save Usagi. And Usagi's just like, sorry. And then she... This is a good fucking scene, I want to preface. Usagi, like, sits down. Like, she's clearly not... She's just waiting for people to come save them. And she sits down, and she opens up the music box pendant. And starts listening to it. And Rei notices this, and sort of gives up on trying to climb the bank, and sits down next to Usagi. And she says, that was from Tuxedo Mask, right? And Usagi's like, yeah. And they're both kind of sad. And Usagi says that she listens to it when she wants to cheer herself up. And Usagi is suddenly, like, really apologetic about, like, bringing up Tuxedo Mask, because she knows, you know, he's Mamoru and Rei was dating him. But Rei is like, you know, don't worry about it. She says, I gave up on Tuxedo Mask, but you better become happy with him. Otherwise, I will punish you. Is the thing she says. And Rei talks about how, like, Tuxedo Mask clearly loves Usagi because of all the times that he comes to save her. And, like, risks his life to save her. And it's just a really nice scene of, like, them connecting and, like, talking to each other about, like, clearing the air about this shit. And Rei, like, actively trying to be really understanding. And it's nice. And it's cute. And, Usagi suddenly has an epiphany during that conversation, which is, hey, if you just turned into Sailor Mars, you could fire soul the ice. And Rei gets very angry at Usagi that she didn't think of that earlier.
Listen, it's hard to remember that you have superpowers.
And Rei starts to transform, but is interrupted.
I forgot. The fucking wall, a door in the wall opens up.
Someone has dug a tunnel and popped out the other side, and that someone is Yuichiro.
Yuichiro is here.
He
dug through the ice with his bare hands. I wanna emphasize, this is not the snowbank he dug through. It's the ice wall.
It's the ice wall. He is a determined little fucking mole. And he's like, oh, thank God. Thank God you're both safe. And they're like, Yuichiro?
Yuichiro.
And he says that he'll lead them out through the tunnel he dug. But then, at the top of the pit, appears Seiko. Yamamoto Seiko. Not Blizzard.
Not Blizzard this time.
She did transform back. And they're like, oh, hey, it's her. What the fuck? And she's like, no, I'm a monster. And transforms. Again. I think with the same transformation sequence. And Blizzard points at Rei and says, I know who you are. You're Sailor Moon.
God, they're so bad at this.
They're so fucking bad at this. They got so close. Shakugai got so close. And Blizzard is especially bad at this because she says that with her good looks and athletic ability.
Why do they think Sailor Moon has athletic ability? Kunzite said in the last episode that she was clumsy.
Yes, Blizzard's a dumbass.
Ah, God. Also, her good looks are nothing like Sailor Moon.
No.
I'm not saying Usagi is ugly.
She has long black hair.
She's blonde with blue eyes.
Usagi has the same hair as Sailor Moon.
Anyway.
It's a very distinctive hairstyle.
Only two people in the galaxy have it.
And Yuichiro is shocked that Rei might be Sailor Moon. And then Blizzard just throws cold air at them. She goes, ha! And breathes cold air at them. And Yuichiro tries to protect them by jumping in front of them and gets frozen.
Yeah.
He gets frozen into a statue. And he just kind of falls. But that means, hey,
time to transform.
Guess what? The only other bystander around has been conveniently rendered unconscious by the monster. Which means transformations can happen. Rei actually... Usagi is very concerned
about Yuichiro?
Yeah. And Rei is like, no time for that. We gotta transform. And Usagi's like, you're colder than the snow, Rei. But then they do transform. And Usagi says, we can't forgive you for trapping us in this ice. Don't you know that it's really not good for young ladies to let their tummies get cold? Tummies? What the fuck does that mean?
Tummies? They weren't.
Their tummies can't get cold.
There's no...
Young girls.
I don't understand.
Young girls' tummies.
Usagi.
Why?
Why your tummy?
Why would that be especially bad?
Anyway, they're transformed now.
Rei says, how dare you freeze my Yuichiro into a statue? You're gonna pay for what you've done, monster. She does say my Yuichiro.
Yeah.
Which is cute. She tries to Fire Soul Blizzard, which makes sense. Yeah. Ice type.
Yeah.
Versus Fire type. But Blizzard dodges it. And then Blizzard is about to just fucking... She, summons a spear of ice.
Yeah.
And, jumps up to dunk it into their faces. And then someone grabs the fucking ice spear. And prevents her from stabbing it down. And it's Endymion.
Endymion.
Who... fucking... Stop. Just stop.
He's gotta get the silver crystal.
There are so many times the Dark Kingdom would have killed them.
He's gotta get the silver crystal.
You can get it off their corpses.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Endymion's here. Tuxedo Mask. Is present. And he says that he would deal with the Sailor Guardians. And Blizzard's like, hey, what the fuck? And...
It's also possible that, that's some of Mamoru breaking through.
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe. That's possible. Endymion throws a black rose at the Guardians, but it, sort of goes between their heads and embeds in the ice wall. And he's like, hey, Silver Crystal.
Give it here.
Silver Crystal?
Hand it over.
How about Silver Crystal, though? Because I'm not gonna miss the next time. I hate that line in any time, next time I won't miss. That's a fucking thing in so many shows, and I fucking hate it every time. Fuck off. What's fucking pompous asshole?
Okay.
It's just such a cliche, but also really smug, and always said with a tone like it's the smartest thing this character has ever said. It might be the smartest thing Mamoru's ever said.
Possible, yeah.
And Usagi is upset. As she is wont to be when Endymion is around.
Yeah.
But Sailor Mars tries to get through to Tuxedo Mask. I like how they're just calling him Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah.
That's his true name.
Yeah.
Not Mamoru.
Not Mamoru.
And she tries to get him to remember that he loves Sailor Moon. And doesn't want to kill us both, please. And tries to tries to get him to remember. And there's just kind of a pause in the fight. And then Blizzard is like, yeah! And, breaks out of the ice wall behind them.
Which she was in, I guess?
Yeah. And is about to attack with another ice spear. But then, the ice spear is struck by a red rose. And is shattered. That's weird.
That's interesting.
Where'd that red rose come from? It's from Endymion. And Blizzard is like, Endymion, hey, what the fuck? Dude, come on. And then Sailor Moon takes the opportunity to Moonstick. Moon Healing Escalation. And Refresh.
Refresh.
And,
Okay.
Yamato Seiko is here, and she's fine.
She's fine.
She's not a mom. Blizzard's gone. Thank Christ.
Thank Christ. I can look at the screen again.
And then Endymion looks at them. He jumps up to the top of the ice wall, and
he just likes to be tall.
He just likes to be tall. We've established. I like that. That's true of evil, evil Tuxedo Mask as well as Tuxedo Mask. And hey, Mamoru has a fucking balcony in his condo that he just hangs out in all the time.
Yep.
Every version of Tuxedo Mask just likes being in high places. And he's like, I don't feel like killing you right now, actually. Bye. And then he fucking leaves.
Yeah, I think we see the rose wilt as he says
that. The rose wilts and turns back to black. And Yuichiro thaws because Blizzard is gone. And Rei gives him a little kiss on the cheek. And it's cute. And then later...
They've climbed out of the ice wall.
I guess, yeah.
I guess they went through Yuichiro's tunnel.
Yeah, they went through Yuichiro's tunnel. They're at a fire?
Yeah.
On the snowy mountain.
Yes.
That's a thing you can do.
It's not even like we don't see sticks or logs. It's just on the snow. I mean, Sailor Mars, I guess.
No. She can do a lot of shit with Fire Soul. She can't light snow on fire.
Yes.
But Yuichiro sort of regains consciousness. I guess they just dragged him back out through that tunnel. And Rei explains to him...
They've transformed back to normal.
Yes. Rei explains to him, when he got knocked out, the Sailor Guardians showed up. And
the Pretty Guardians.
The Pretty Guardians, yes. Showed up and saved them. And Yuichiro sort of apologizes for not being very effective. But Usagi is like, no, you did good. That was very brave. Stupid. She doesn't say it's stupid. But it was stupid.
It was stupid.
But brave. And
listen, bravery and stupidity are two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Yuichiro, what's that a quote from?
Nothing.
No? Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay. I didn't have enough faith in you.
Go to hell. What? I don't fucking like this energy.
I didn't. No, I was saying I'm it's good.
Okay. It might be a quote. I don't
know. Usagi says he was very cool. Which is a fun. It's a little
okay.
Pun.
Yeah.
It's a little pun.
Yeah, it is a pun.
He got froze.
Yeah, he did get froze.
And then Mako and Mina and Ami are here also.
They arrive.
And they're like, hey!
We've been looking for you. What happened?
We were worried. And Rei says that it was all Usagi's fault. And Usagi is like, no, we had a nice moment where we became closer as friends. And Rei is like, friends with you?
Fucking... tsundere ass.
And Usagi begins crying. And complains about Rei being mean. And then the episode ends. And next time, do you want more snow sport? Do you want more cold sports?
Time for ice skating.
Next, on the next episode, luge. The luge episode of Sailor Moon.
Yep.
Ami's very good at luging. Lugery. Anyway, skating.
Yeah. Usagi's bad at it. But Mako's good at it.
Because the episode title is Paired with a Monster. Mako, the ice skating queen.
Very excited for that episode.
Of course you are.
It's a good one.
I'm also excited because I do like Mako.
Yeah.
I want more Minako, though.
Yeah.
I want to learn more about Minako.
We'll get some more of her.
We get characterization for her in these two episodes, but...
Yeah, so wait, what, Minako said something at the end of that episode. Important.
That I didn't write down.
You didn't write it down?
I didn't write down the second thing. I'm so sorry. Shall I look it up?
Please do.
Hey, where did Seiko go?
Who could say?
Mina... Mina says, I'm just glad you're safe. If it ends well, all's well.
Yep.
And Ami says, shouldn't that be all's well that ends well, Minako?
So, get ready for a lot of that from Mina.
Oh.
That's kind of a character quirk she has.
Just saying sayings wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's weird.
But yeah.
Those are those episodes.
Those are those episodes. Yeah.
Black Rose arc.
This is the Black Rose arc. Kunzite and Endymion fighting is very funny.
Uh-huh.
I still don't know what the fuck any.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the show will explain. Maybe it won't. We'll find out.
I'm not gonna say one way or the other.
Yeah, because you've lied to me in the past.
I didn't lie.
You misremembered to me in the past.
Sure.
You misled me. Unintentionally. Artemis.
Yeah.
Needs to tell me what the fuck is going on.
Artemis does need to tell you what is going on.
Artemis needs... Okay, I wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
The reveal
mm-hmm.
of everything last time. Like, not last time, but, you know, the I guess it was last time, huh? Time is weird. Your reincarnations of the Moon Princess and the original Sailor Guardians, blah, blah, blah. That feels like the point at which the Sailor Guardians would be like, hey, the fuck's going on? More details, please. And Artemis would be like, okay, details. Here's them.
Yeah, I mean...
And no.
He kinda did.
He did not.
He told them everything he knows.
Why doesn't he know more?
He's a cat. No one talks to the cat.
He's a man.
He's a cat man.
He's a cat man from the Batman cartoon.
Yeah.
He's Catman.
Yeah.
Remember how they made a Catman?
Yeah.
Why'd they make it?
I think that was... Wait.
He was like Catwoman's husband or something?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
The Catman I'm thinking of was from like a weird alternate universe Justice League episode.
I think he was like an old cartoon character.
Huh. Okay.
So like maybe the Justice League episode. This is not Sailor Moon.
No.
I just want to know. Where did he get that computer?
That's fine.
You're right. These episodes were good.
Yeah. Kind of, filler, but...
Sure, but they developed stuff. This episode, the last one, fed into the overall arc, because it showed, like, you can get through...
Yeah, Tuxedo Mask isn't completely lost.
Yes. And the first episode sort of sets up just, like, more of Kunzite and Endymion's rivalry.
Yeah, pretty much.
And also sets up quite a kind of a pattern, it seems like. Sort of establishes the pattern of what seems to be the pattern of this arc, which is Kunzite has a very weird plan
to find out who Sailor Moon is.
And then inevitably fucking finds out, oh, Sailor Moon is you, this other Sailor Guardian. And then it's like, nope.
Nah.
And then they kill the monster. Well, they turn it back into a human.
Right.
So that's gonna get maybe a little tiresome, actually. I think I'm already getting tired of this, this shtick for this. But, they're good episodes.
Yeah.
Still, like, fun monsters, fun...
Fun's a word.
Blizzard's fun.
Is Blizzard
Nope.
fun?
I said the wrong name.
Okay.
Shakukai is fun.
I don't like her clam boobs.
Okay.
She's fine.
You don't like mollusks. That's not true.
Mollusks.
You don't like shelled mollusks.
Right. No, I don't.
You from what I understand, you like an octopus.
I do like an octopus. I like is an octopus a mollusk or is it a cephalopod?
Oh shit! I feel like cephalopods are a type of mollusk.
Okay. I do like cephalopods.
A snail?
Snails are fine.
Really? That's a very lukewarm response to snails.
I don't want to touch a snail.
That's valid.
Slugs
but barnacles are right out.
Barnacles completely out. Fuck a barnacle. Disgusting.
And clams are pretty barnacle-like.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I
I like her.
She's fine.
She's funny.
Yeah,
also.
she is funny. I love.
She is defeated by being politely offered coffee.
Yes. Why coffee and not tea? She's from England.
Yeah.
England loves tea.
England loves tea. Fucking bastards.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I like tea.
I mean, the fact that they like tea is because of a bastard thing they did.
That's true.
Which was invading India.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck England. Welcome to the Fuck England episode of Late to School.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah. There's not a lot to talk about with these two episodes,
really,
I guess. No. They're nice. They have some fun little characterization moments that I liked a lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot of funny bits.
Yeah.
Rei and Usagi scene at the end was, like, really good.
It was really good.
That is a very important scene to me. Anytime they justify why
these two people who are constantly arguing are friends.
Yes. Anytime they do that, I'm
yeah.
It makes the times when they're just constantly arguing a little more bearable for me.
Yeah.
Because like I remember talking about how before Mako showed up, I remember talking about how like I was getting really tired of Rei and Usagi's relationship and how they were just constantly at each other's throats, and it's like why do they ever work together other than just pure obligation? But like anything that like using the things that are happening with Tuxedo Mask to like bring them closer together is a really nice thing.
Yeah.
Just everything about Tuxedo Mask is interesting surrounding him, not so much about him.
Yeah.
There's some interesting things about him, but
yeah.
But they're good episodes. So yeah, thank you for listening. As always, you can find me at Frylord Zarek on Twitter.
You can find me at Lorena27.
And you can find us both at late_school.
And thank you to Kevin MacLeod for use of his song Semicon.
The moonlight is a messenger of love. Sentence in the wiki. We don't have to keep it in the podcast.
Okay.
I need to read it. Kunzite looked at the picture of Zoisite that he had and wanted to get the Sailor Senshi. Kunzite and Zoisite not be mean, they be nice.